Me. No.
Breathe in.
Red leather, yellow leather. That's right.
Peas and carrots. Actually, we should do a regular thing. Ass and titties.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Okay.
Now we're warmed up.
So, welcome, friends, to another episode of the Strobing Butt Plug, a podcast about craft beer, obviously. I am today's host, Missy. These are my lovely co-hosts, Ariana and Ron. Today we are going to be shit-talking Shitcago and just drinking craft beer. Alrighty, so today I was doing Uber and I got thrown over to Columbus, so I was like, ooh, I'm going to check out a bottle shop there. And I checked out this bottle shop and it was really small. It was a lot of wine and not a lot of beer. And I was like, well, I'm going to try to get some stuff. They didn't have any really good tall beers, so today we'll be having 4 beers. The first one, so these, I didn't intentionally get all of them that were brewed in Columbus, but they just happened to be. So we have Lemongrass Wit by 7th Son. And so this is obviously it's like wheat ale with lemongrass and lemon. This is another one by the 7th Son, and it is Decorative Gourd, ale brewed with roasted butternut squash and spices.
So they're trying to do pumpkin spice, but be cool.
I know, I thought that one looked really good. That was the first one I picked out. And then we have Inflatable Flamingo by Land Grant. And it is a watermelon wheat.
What's that say about podcast on the side back?
Is it really? Beer brewers with podcasts. So they're
thinking of us.
They are beer brewers with podcasts.
Interesting.
So we ought to listen to the Land Grant podcast sometime. Alrighty, which one should we try first, guys?
Let's do that one.
The Inflatable Flamingo?
Yes.
Oh, and then, like always, I'll rub my hand on Ron's pants. The Mysterious Beerius.
Why did I think you were going to say Ron's penis? I was like, Jesus.
And like always, Ron's penis.
You're going to rub things on my penis, damn. You rub it the right way, Ron's good. Never mind. It'll be a whole different podcast that we'll save that content for the OnlyFans.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be funny if we did get an OnlyFans.
You just rubbing things randomly on my penis?
No.
That could be very painful. Just
I mean, that would be kind of funny if it was just or else, we would have like our viewers vote on what we would rub on your penis. A hot curling iron.
Today it's bacon grease. Tomorrow it's Comet detergent.
Hot curling.
The next day, hot curling iron. No, we're not sticking it up there. You're just rubbing it past it. Rubbing it on it.
These are kind of nice because they have actual measure, you can actually measure it.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're just not as smurferific.
Yeah, they're not as smurfy.
That's right.
Alright, though.
I fucked up. We were having to get them beforehand, and I grabbed one of these type glasses.
Regular cups.
One of these regular cups to have water in.
Did we even show off the Smurf glasses? Did anybody even know we were drinking from Smurf glasses for the longest time?
Yes, because we were in the pool when I first got them.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, we got some Smurf glasses.
But I was like, yeah, I'm going to drink beer out of this one because, I don't want to have you, wash another glass. And then we all did it.
Ew, this stinks.
I know. Ooh, this tastes horrible. I barely tasted a sip. The watermelon flavor's good, but that fucking watermelon wheat is just god-awful.
It's watermelon, all right.
It stunk at first, but the more I smell it, the more I can get the watermelon.
Oh, I got the watermelon right off the bat.
It tastes like watermelon soap.
There was I remember years ago, I had a watermelon, wasn't watermelon, but a melon liqueur. That's what this is reminding me of. I haven't thought about that shit in 20 years.
It tastes like watermelon soap. It's fucking horrible.
I don't know.
Well, I give this a fucking 0.
Well, the Land Grant made your goal. It tastes like watermelon.
It's just not good.
I think, you know what would make this better?
5 or a 2, maybe.
You know what would make this better? This would be real good if it was a sour.
Right. I was kind of, when I picked it up and I was like, let's see. Oh, it's watermelon. I'm like, ooh, watermelon wheat. I'm like, watermelon sour would be better.
This
We've
was
had
a,
watermelon sour before, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm sure we have.
We had that, I think magic melon. I think it's Warped Wing.
Oh, yeah, that's what and that one's really fucking good. I actually
It's
like that
really
one a
good.
lot. So, besides Chicago, that we'll be bitching about later, I'll be bitching about later. Anything cool? It's funny because, like, the only thing, I forgot all about bitching about Chicago. And then the one thing I was like, well, I could talk about this, and it's really not that funny, but it's kind of funny. But anybody else have anything?
I'm gonna save the thing I sent you guys for later once we have a few drinks in us because I think it'll be funnier that way.
It's gonna be funnier to us. Fuck everybody else. They need to have a few drinks first.
So, I have no like desire to save thoughts of Chicago because I know we could fill a whole hour up with that shit.
Right. But no. So the one thing I do want to say, and it was funny because it sucked, and it was about this morning. So I got to pick up my first Uber passenger, and I picked him up once before, and I was like, I remember that, like when I picked him up and I saw that he's only going like 5 minutes away, I was like, that's really weird because usually he goes like farther. And I know he didn't recognize me, but I picked him up, and he had his fishing pole and shit, and he put it all in the back of my car, and I was like, hey, how's it going? He was like, terrible. I'm going fishing. I was like, well, if you're going fishing, it can't be that terrible. He's like, yeah, well, my wife died in her sleep last night. I was like, oh, fuck.
Holy shit.
I was like, it wasn't funny, but
not see that coming.
Right, but neither did I. I was like, I don't know what to say. I was like, Jesus fuck.
He's going fishing to try to forget about.
Oh, I bet he was. But it was the whole thing that it was like, you know how many times I had people get into my car and like kind of joke around like, it's going horrible. Or else, and like they're like, but they're going someplace cool. And then they start talking and they're all laughing and shit. So I was just like, okay, this guy's doing that. And then so I'm like, it can't be that terrible. Wah, wah. I was like, Jesus.
Wow, yeah, no shit.
So
And so that was just a thing that was like stuck with me all fucking day. I was like, God damn it. It was the first passenger.
And you feel like a fucking asshole even though like you had no idea.
Right. I was like, it was the first passenger and it was just like,
how's it going? Shit, my fucking wife died.
Right. And it's like,
did you love her? Absolutely. She was the love of my life.
well, I mean, he was saying how rough of a night he had. So like it probably, I didn't have to ask him those questions. I mean, if he was like partying and saying, fuck the bitch, I'd been like, all right, cool. But no.
That would just be a defense mechanism, most likely, though, if somebody was doing that.
Maybe.
I'll give this a, by the
Either
way,
that or that, like, she was fucking pure torture, and I just didn't feel like I could get away from her.
That's true.
And then, right, but like that, it was the shock that was like, was funny. The whole thing wasn't funny, but it was the shock that was funny. Like, holy fuck. Like that, you just, I'm like just getting up in the morning, getting around, first thoughts of the day. It's like,
record. It's just like drag a needle across the records on. Well, fuck.
Right.
One of my.
But so I hope he had a good day fishing at least.
Or at least he got some like good mental processing because that's a good solo mental processing activity.
That's what he said. He was like going fishing. I was like, maybe you need that time alone in your head to just think about some things. He's like, yeah, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so your coworker.
Her mom died.
Oh damn.
And I'm picking up like she's at she's at the Chattanooga site, so like the powers that be are like, hi, all the things that she normally does, you're doing them now. And your own normal shit. I'm just like,
good fun.
Death's come in threes, so.
That's right. There you go.
well, my mom had her one of her cousins die, so there you go. There's your third.
Okay.
Mom was telling me earlier about how they went to the funeral today.
Nice, fun times.
I'm just like, well, there you go.
So anyway, back in Chicago.
Real quick side note, honest rant on the land grant.
It's fucking gross. I did not like it.
I'm going to give it like...
I think it gets better the more you drink of it.
I'm going to give it like a 2 because they hit the watermelon flavor they wanted.
I think it's a 2 also.
I'm giving it a fucking 1. Fuck that shit.
I'll give it a 2 because they hit the flavor profile of the one, which is watermelon. But I don't like watermelon flavor things that much, so...
It tastes like soap.
If you like watermelon...
Do you like watermelon soap?
Did you porn shot this?
I did not.
Well, if you like watermelon, then this shit is for you. Do.
I think the drawing's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the front of the can. That's kind of what sold me on it because I was like, well, hell.
Well, as soon as she started talking about, I was like, it's watermelon flavored up before you even mentioned it, just because it looks like the little things in the pool of flamingo are seeds, and he's kind of watermelon-y colored.
Yeah.
What else? So that will kind of be the last of the summary thoughts for a while, because today is the first day of fall.
And it feels like it.
Yeah. Yesterday was like 90 or some shit. Today it's like 60, 70.
This is the first time I've worn pants in a while.
Damn, I wear pants all the time. I'm lame like that, though. I like pants. Pants are fun.
I like pants too, but it's too fucking hot sometimes to wear.
Yeah.
Everywhere you are that's got pants, it's too hot for you to wear them.
I'm typically in my car or in air-conditioned places, so...
Well, like, work is one thing about pants, but like outside of work, it's been a lot of shorts, you know? So, Riot Fest.
Yes.
Did I tell you I hate Chicago?
Missy's Facebook posts were cracking me up because she was like, day one of hating Chicago.
So, the reason we hate Chicago, what did we do last weekend? We should give them some, like, clarity.
Well, we went to Riot Fest, which fucking sucked. I wish I would have bought one of the shirts because their shirt said Riot Fest sucks, and they weren't fucking lying.
So, Riot Fest was a 3-day concert up in Chicago at Douglas Park. The biggies for the show, Friday night was My Chemical Romance. Saturday was 3/4 of the original Misfits, basically, I think all the ones that are still alive. And Sunday, the big closeout for the show was 9 Inch Nails.
Kicked ass.
They were good. My Chemical Romance was actually really good, too. Like, they were pretty badass.
MCR, if you don't know who they are, they're like, they tweak that emo teen, like, I don't know, boner, whatever you want to call it. My daughter loves the shit out of that band, and of course, she did not get to come. Because, fuck that shit, I needed a weekend where I didn't have to be a dad.
I was kind of over it by Friday evening, because it just fucking sucked on Friday.
So, the big trick with MCR, all those, they were starting to get real big in like 2002-ish, and they were going to like explode and hit the big main thing. And then for whatever reason, they quit, they retired. They were like, we're done, no more. And then 2020, they decided, you know what? We're going to fucking do this. We're coming back. We're gonna come back. We're going to be awesome. And then in 2020, what happened to everybody? Pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
And
I already forgot about it.
Pretty much anything that was a live concert or anything live at all was killed. And so they're slowly starting to trickle themselves back out. That being said, I'd say there was like 150,000 like fucking emo-ass punk bitch teenagers.
So I wouldn't even be like complaining about, like, I don't even think that was a Friday night thing. I just think that was every fucking night. But we just didn't take the train the other 2 nights, which sucked balls.
The problem is we took an Uber there that first day and the train back.
Which was like $60 worth of Uber to do like 6 miles.
Yeah, it was interesting.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah. But that being said, like all those kids, none of them drove. Douglas Park has no public parking. There was like signs all over the place, which was, no more mega fests in our park and shit like that. But there's no real like public parking to handle that level of traffic. And so pretty much what they want everyone to do is take the fucking train, take public transit, taxis,
walk.
And Ubers, walk. That goddamn train is what I've decided will be, if I go to hell, that will be my hell. Packed ass to nut with a bunch of stupid ass kids in a subway train that will never let me off.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
But I will say, it was almost on the level of, I've heard this before and I knew it and I've seen videos of it and then I forgot, but then I had a coworker tell me like in Japan they have pushers, people who actually just push. So they like cram the people in there and shut the door.
Oh my God.
That's how packed their trains are.
I was thinking that exact same fucking thing.
And it was nearly that fucking packed.
I had a dick
Chicago.
in my ass for part of the way. like I swear to God, I felt that guy get half a chub.
Probably did. He's like, ah.
He's like, well, she can't do anything either way.
Right? And it's just like...
Because he had to, like, push into me for the doors to close, and his girlfriend's standing over here, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I hated it.
She gets all mad, like, what? It's the subway. It wasn't my fault my dick went in her ass.
It was just a train. A train made me do it.
I mean, if she was wearing a skirt and no underwear, I mean, could just whipped it out right there. It would have been great.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It was miserable.
And then it was the same way before when we were standing on the platform waiting for the train.
Yeah, that one point staying on the platform for the train, like I was gonna I'm getting on at this door, and all of a sudden the crowd just, I got sucked around to the side of the crowd. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll be getting into this part of the train.
I feel like the train and that platform was not made for that weight limit because they're not that packed. Like I've been on them before, and it's just easy flowing.
So from inside the train station all the way, to our destination, basically, it was packed like sardines.
Mm-hmm. And then when we stopped at every fucking stop, and more people were getting on, there would be twice as many people getting on than getting off. 2 people get off, 4 people would get on. At 6 stops.
9 stops.
Was it 9 stops?
9
for
I thought it was 6. Damn.
The shits and giggles of it, when we were walking, we did not cross the street where the line to the train started, and kept walking, and I saw a slight opening where nobody was at that point in one other side door. I'm like, oh, and I pulled us in there, and the concert let out at 10, and we managed to get back to the hotel by midnight-ish. A friend of ours was there, and how late did she say she got back?
She was in the back of the line, and then she got to her car, but then somebody that was on the train that she was on needed to go from the pink line to the green line, but that there were no more rides after that. So they paid her to take them back to their place. So this is all probably less than a 10-mile radius, even probably less than a 10-mile diameter anywhere, because we only went a 6-mile distance, and I'm sure our friend stayed about that far away. But she said it took her an hour just to drop that person off to go a couple miles and go back. But all in all, she said she didn't get back to her place until 3 a.m. from a 10 p.m. ending of the concert. It took us 2 hours, and it was actually a 40-minute train ride. So that, there was the Mexican Independence Day.
That's what I was about to say.
And that's what took her an hour to make that little trip.
It was Mexican Independence Day for Friday, and that was entertaining because after being packed in that tin sardine can with all them kids, my head was thumping.
Mine was too, man.
My back was sore from standing, and my arms from death gripping the rails because there's no way to sit down. Got off the train, I'm like, okay, finally, there's cool air I can breathe. And the next thing within minutes getting off the train, fireworks just pop, 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 pop. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on here? And bunches and bunches of people parading around downtown Chicago with Mexican flags, blaring horns, and I'm like, oh shit, fuck. Okay, going to keep doing this.
A super busy town the whole weekend, basically. And it's there were a bunch of bands that I didn't know, so I only went there to probably see that I wanted to see, probably less than 10 bands throughout the whole time. And it's I would never do that again. It was so disorganized.
A random side note.
I mean, I had a good time. I would go back to Chicago. Mm-hmm. I had a good time in Chicago. I've been there before and enjoyed it. Told a cop to go fuck himself, or maybe I told him fuck you. But it was all cool and.
Did I miss that?
I think no. That was when I went there before.
Oh.
Real quick, I'm kind of thirsty.
We can do that. But I would never go back for a fucking mega concert. It was just shitty.
I was talking to a coworker about the entertainment value of the trains and all this stuff, and he was telling me that at some point this year, his granddaughter, daughter, husband, etc., they went up to Chicago to go see the museums and all this other shit. Apparently it was Lollapalooza weekend, which they also had
in Chicago. Oh, damn.
And
they're getting their eyes fucked out.
And, basically they were doing it, and they were out doing things that, didn't pay attention at the time, and they had a real similar experience trying to get on the train to get back to their hotel from the different museums and shit they went to.
I didn't even look to see how much a ticket back would be. But I'm sure it would have been like horrendous, like probably $200 fucking dollars. I wonder if you would have waited if it would have gotten any cheaper, like, and how long you would have had to have wait. Because I know the second night
For what?
to get an Uber back.
Oh, an Uber. Okay.
I know the second night when I drove, it was only a 20-minute drive, but it took us like 2.5 hours to get back to.
Oh my god, that sucked too.
Yeah. This one is the Seventh Son Lemongrass Wit. The wheat ale with lemongrass and lemon might be better.
That sounds good.
It's a 5% alcohol. It's the Field Trip series.
Smells really good.
Ooh, that's a different. Because I don't like lemon beer, but it's a lemongrass, so it's
nice. Tastes like Pledge.
maybe. I was thinking it tastes kind of earthy, like it does. It tastes like lemongrass smells, the essential oil.
This smells green to me.
I kind of dig it.
I like it too.
Now
it's crisp and refreshing.
And you don't have to dust your house because
right.
It's
like fuck it. Why use Pledge when you can get drunk on shit that tastes like Pledge?
Well, see, you get a can of Pledge, you get a bottle of this, and you just wipe, drink, and you get drunk enough. All of a sudden, you're just like.
That'd be funny.
You would be like that.
You would actually. It'd be like which one am I doing again? Pork. Wrong one.
So not 100% of Chicago sucked shit. The food was good.
The food was amazing.
The food was good. I liked my burger at the Hell's Kitchen.
The ramen was fucking great.
It was all right. It was rather lame compared to the Speakeasy in Springfield.
Well,
it was good, but I'm like, Speakeasy is way better.
So the main
and they make their own noodles at the Speakeasy.
Do they?
Oh yeah, they're like I can even tell a difference in the noodles.
So the places we went for like the fancy food. The first day we went to Duo Pizza, which was Chicago deep dish pizza.
I was not impressed with. I
got traditional Chicago deep dish pepperoni sausage, blah blah blah. I liked mine. They got like something pesto or other that didn't even have tomato sauce on it.
I was a little upset with that.
I dug it because I love pesto, man.
It was good, but I was not a fan of the crust. We should have went to Illuminati's.
It almost tasted like. It was almost like a pie crust or something, kind of like it was.
Yeah, it was too. Yeah, a little bit too crumbly for me.
I've never had.
So
I've never had a Chicago deep dish personal pan style. I wonder if it would have been better if we would have got one big pizza.
I feel like they do a lot of personal pan pizzas because I completely remember when me and Jess went, and I think we shared a personal pan pizza, and we were trashed. And we did go to Illuminati's, and we didn't stay in there. We got it to go, and it was a little box. And she just grabbed it, and cheese was everywhere. It was fucking dripping everywhere, and she's eating it as we're walking, and I'm holding it, we were disgusting, filthy slobs with pizza all over the place, but it was really good. That was a good experience walking around that way. We went there. We showed up for St. Patrick's Day. But we showed up right after the parade and right after they turned the water green, and it was still really fun. We just walked around eating and getting drunk the whole time.
So we were walking around down by the river down there. I remember you talking about them turning the river green, and I was like, huh. But we were right by that. I'm like, oh shit, I want to see that in person now.
I must have missed that conversation.
Well, I told him that before. I wasn't.
This was something she mentioned before, and I saw the pictures posted on Facebook. And when we were walking by that, was it Sunday, Saturday, whatever the fuck day that was, I saw that and I'm like, oh, I bet this would be fucking awesome to see green.
And, of all the things that you could see funny or weird or whatever in Chicago, we didn't see a whole lot of weird things. It's we didn't see anybody walking around that sharded themselves,
We did
which would have been really fun.
Well, we did see that pair of underwear that I blindly stepped over because I wasn't paying attention.
You stepped right on it, and then Ariana stepped on it too. That's you guys stepping on it.
Just a pair of panties, just sitting in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's somebody probably was walking along. They had to piss, and they just squat piss right there, wipe with their underwear, threw it down, and said, "Fuck this city."
That's what I'm wondering, how that happens. Like they just had them in their pocket, maybe.
Have you
Or-
ever like put on a pair of pants, got to work, and like, what the fuck's in the pants leg? And they'd be like,
Yeah, I've done that before.
I'm thinking that's what happens. Totally, it's really easy to do that with girl underwear. How about guy underwear, Ron?
Socks, but not usually underwear.
See, yeah.
And like the only like real crazy person we saw, we're walking around. Saturday. There's some lady who kept like wanting to go kick some other chick's ass, and the dude was like, "Just chill, just chill." We just walked on past him.
You kind of see
Dude,
worse than
like,
Dayton. Like I see a lot of shit like that in Dayton all the time.
She was like going after a few people.
Yeah.
I think people were trying to get her to calm down or something, and she was like,
"Calm down!" Like that's really gonna fucking work.
Calm down. No fucking. I'm gonna fucking cut you. Fucking die.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there.
Our second day there.
You're thinking in here.
Second day there. I count good. We went to freaking Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Burger place. That was some fucking good burger.
It was good. And the
I did enjoy it.
I did not take any pictures of it because I was still feeling pretty rough from our Friday night fun and that train ride shit. But I just inhaled that thing, and it was like the most inhaling of a food I've done blind inhaling of a burger I've done in a long time.
But he usually does blind inhalings of hot dogs.
Brats.
Right.
Big hard, long, floppy things.
Flappy face.
Big, long, hard, floppy things.
Long, hard, and floppy.
Anyway.
So I think my favorite part of the trip was just the wandering around, like going to Millennium Park and just kind of like wandering around
Flicking
like the lake and
we
the
all
river
flicked the bean.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Flicking the bean. Just wandering around is usually my favorite part of vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
Not having like any real destination.
Yeah, the agenda portion just adds a lot of stress. Like, we gotta do this, we gotta do it by this time right now. It's like, no, I hate time.
Yeah, fuck time.
That's right.
Sunday, like, was fucking cool as shit for that. That fucking, Sunday was like a good day because we didn't have much push in us because there wasn't really shit we wanted to see until like late in the day at the concert.
Yeah, but we ended up going there early anyway.
Well,
because of the hotel.
Oh, because of the hotel, but it felt like relaxing to me because we just wandered all around and all that shit. We had the ramen, and like we finally got to the concert because we didn't really give a fuck. We found a shady spot and laid down on the grass, and I definitely fell asleep. It was good.
I fell asleep also.
Mm-hmm.
And like I woke up to like this chick behind me and her friends. She was something about a doctor, and she really liked to do Molly and PCP. And we're just sitting there talking about like all this fucked up shit and mentioning her different doctor things she does. I'm like, so medical malpractice. She was like kind of Asian-y looking, so
It's not malpractice.
if your doctor's hopped up on PCP while you're getting surgery.
She doesn't say well, your doctor doesn't do surgery. Your surgeon does surgery. She might just do it in her free time.
Stop being a narc, Ron.
Yeah. Loser!
Yeah. Let's see, what else?
It's like, I like getting fucked up, but I don't do medical malpractice.
Look, if I fuck up at my job, a computer just doesn't work.
Well, yeah, but if I fuck up at my job, I just fuck up and I severely hurt someone, but it's not due to the fact that I like getting fucked up.
But no one's gonna die.
You don't know. They might die.
From a laptop related injury?
Well,
Wasn't she just doing PCP at the concert though?
Right. She doesn't say I like getting
free
fucked up
time?
and then going to work, or she does it when she gets off her shift, or she does it on the weekends.
Alright, fine.
Damn, bro.
Alright, fine, I'll stop being a square.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'll stop being a square, okay? Cool.
Square.
Jesus, Ron.
Man, like...
She can't even drink in her free time. Fuck her.
Right, she's a doctor. She might kill someone doing surgery, because that's what doctors do.
That's
doing
okay.
doctor surgery stuff. Fuck that surgeon. I'm gonna get so fucked up, I'm just gonna go right past the surgeon and be like, I'm doing this for you.
That fucking heart transplant? Now fuck that, dude. We got this, bro. Watch this. You need a knife? Fuck, watch this. Bite and rip that shit. What kind of a stove? No, we use some fucking duct tape and super glue, bitch. That's how we're gluing that fucking artery back together. Fuck this.
You know,
Well-
some people are more coherent when they're on drugs. I'm pretty sure.
What's really funny is Ron finally got so tired of us making fun of him that he just jumped in and started making fun of himself.
So,
alright, fine! After a year, I'm fucking sick of it! Fuck you guys! I could have made fun of myself!
so one of the things that took longer in Chicago than I should have took to realize, weed's totally legal in Illinois. All recreational and shit.
Well, I mean,
And we were like walking around at one point going, man, that just smoking weed, just walking
Legal
across.
or decriminalized?
Legal.
I think it is legal there.
But it was
I don't
just
pay
like,
attention to
I mean,
where.
we saw that cool billboard.
Oh, yeah, that's right, it is legal. That's right.
but we're just like, we saw like that one
Right.
homeless looking dude smoking like a joint and we're just like going past the cops like, the fuck?
Did he look homeless? He just looked like a regular work guy. Jesus,
Ron, you were a fucking asshole. Like, low, because this dude was just riding a bicycle, just going down the street
I thought he
smoking
was
a joint.
walking along.
Dude, we're
Looked
like,
like some dude that might work in a factory or like he could, I don't know, be in a band.
I mean, like, hell. I mean, comparing the people that were actually sitting and sleeping on the sidewalk with bags and this dude that was alone all by himself that didn't have any belongings other than himself. Which one
And a
would you
joint.
think is, like, that guy's probably not so homeless. He's probably like, I got all my shit at home, not on the side of the street with me, but fuck it, since I'm just some fucking dude that just smokes a joint on the
He's
sidewalk.
probably like from one of the bands that played at the concert or something and just ran, like wandering around.
all
probably
right,
what
that's
it
fair. That's fair. I like the idea that he's not a band guy at all, since we're not
I
going to
think
let him
he's
be
a band guy.
homeless. I like the idea that he's making like $250,000 a year executive. And he's just riding a bike because it felt good.
I think Ron likes to just like anybody who's doing any drugs. It's like he's like putting a judgmental like, oh, she's probably doing it while she's at work. Fucking doctor, she's gonna kill somebody. That bitch, and she's Asian too, so that's gotta add some shit to it.
Fucking racist.
I'm pretty sure that dude fucking riding a bicycle smoking the joint was black. So fuck that. It's
He
like-
probably stole the bike too. Does that make it better? Does that make it better for you?
Well, today's episode of the Strobing Butt Plug, find out how much of a hateful racist Ron is. Judgmental fuck, you bigoted prick.
While we're at it, all those fucking teenagers, man, fucking kids with their fucking dyed hair at the concert.
Shit, that's good stuff. Anyway.
One thing I did think that was cool at the concert and funny as shit, the lead singer of MCR, when he was up there on stage singing, he was dressed as your mom.
That's great. He was.
He had like big like mom sunglasses on with like an old lady dress and like an overcoat and like a thing to hide his hair. It's like he was dressed as your mom.
Absolutely.
I will say that, and I didn't mention this to you guys, there's one thing I am very disappointed about that did not happen in the bed at the trip.
Yep.
It involved these two. It would have been great. It would have been magical. They promised me and I didn't get it. These two bitches said they were going to Dutch oven me. I never got farted
I didn't
almost.
even have to fart.
I woke up and farted one time, and I actually just farted on Ariana in bed, so.
I swear to God, my bowels, whenever I'm on vacation, they're like, I know you're on vacation and we're not going to fuck around. But as soon as I'm running late for work,
Time to poop. Time to poop. Poop, 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 poop.
Well.
so we had a new saying for Chicago, like the whole time.
Yes.
Our saying was Chicago is for shitbags.
That's right, because everybody was being a shitbag at one point.
Dude,
'cause
people do not know how to drive there.
It's, well, when I got in, I was really impressed because, we're going in on the highway, and anytime I had to get over, it's like, I'd turn my turn signal on, and the people would slow down and let me in, and it was way cool. I was like, man, these people are fucking awesome. They're really fucking considerate. And that was like daytime traffic. You get into town, and it's super busy, and it's nighttime. All the assholes come out, and they're driving like shit because they don't want to be waiting for 2 hours to get a 20-minute drive. Well, neither did I. And then you have all of like the chauffeur taxis. So these are like, well, they're not even the taxis. They're nice black vehicles with the yellow plates, and they have their chauffeur license, so they're getting paid high dollar. to get people to and from places. And the more rides they can do, the more they're going to get paid. So they are driving like shit in order to make their money. And so it's like, it takes you even more time to get, through a light. Like, we probably stayed at that one light for fucking a half hour.
God,
45 minutes. To get 20 cars to go make a left-hand turn. It was just like fucking stupid.
Like, there should have been a green arrow right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's probably not normally that busy right there or something, or else they would have.
Right. Well, I mean, part of that was because of the Mexican Independence Day, because they had like 6 exit ramps blocked off by the police. I couldn't get off the highway. Like, I had 6 extra exits up and down.
So we started off, her GPS said we had like 18 or 19 minutes to get back to our hotel. So we get on the highway, and like every exit we were supposed to get off of was closed. And then when we finally got off the highway, we were still 20 minutes away from our hotel.
Absolutely. And it took us 2.5 hours to get back. We didn't get back until like 12:30, when we should have been back by like 12 or 10:45. It was absolutely outrageous.
Like, we were sitting at stop signs, like in like lines of cars and lines of cars at the stoplights.
People just getting impatient, so they decided they want to just drive the wrong way down the road. Like, they just go into the other lane and start driving.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck
this stinks. This kind of smells like ass and farts. It smells like rotten.
It's pretty color.
It is a pretty color. It smells like rotten. It smells like rotten peanuts.
Rotten peanuts?
Yes.
Peanuts or penis?
I've never smelled rotten peanuts before. I mean, rotten peanuts probably just smell like roadkill. So
I would think.
Now, I'm going to state that with all of the shit talk about the driving, this one right here is amazing, and I love her. Because she drove, and it was beautiful just sitting in the back seat, not driving. So, Missy, I love you. You're my fucking hero.
I don't know if I would have been able to handle driving there.
I could handle it. I didn't want to handle it. It was rather irritating.
I could have definitely handled it, but because I just sat in the back and was chauffeured, it's like, I don't have to handle it. This is fucking
decorative gourd is going to be so fucking nasty.
I like the
can's cool.
The can is cool.
It has decorative gourds on it. Some of them look like a water.
I don't think it smells bad.
I think it's
so. Like, the question is, like, how often do the decorative gourds, people ever actually eat them? No, they're decorative.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of like spice to it.
It just stinks.
I don't think it smells too. It does stink a little bit, but I don't think it smells that bad.
I mean, it kind of smells like rotten pumpkin and rotten and peanuts and.
I mean, you got to ferment it somehow, right?
It's like slightly sweet, like very slightly sweet. Not much at all.
Almost tastes like it's like a bourbon barrel, but it's not a bourbon barrel.
It's just tangy. A little tang to it.
It does taste like a bourbon barrel.
It's like got a really rich and dark taste. It almost tastes coffee-ish.
It's like a bourbon barrel, but like weaker than a bourbon barrel.
A lot weaker. That's pretty good. I can't get past the smell. If it smelled better, it would be easier to drink, like a whole.
I think it smells coffee-ish.
It does. I was going to say maybe that's part of my problem. Ever since I had COVID over a year ago, coffee does not smell good to me anymore. I like coffee. Coffee tastes good. But coffee doesn't stink as bad as it used to. This stinks like how coffee used to shortly after I had COVID. That's interesting. What did we give that last one? And how many? We've already had.
Okay.
That last one.
The watermelon one, Missy gave 1, and me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I gave it a 2 because they met their goal of having it taste like watermelon. The wheat lemongrass one,
I give that a 3.5. I kind of really liked it, but it could have been better.
Watermelon. Missy was a 1. Ron was a 2, and I am a 2. What was the other one? Lemongrass.
I'll give it a 3.5. I liked it. Actually, I'd probably 3.5.
I'm gonna go with a 3. It was good, but it's not something I would just want to sit down and drink every day.
I think it's a 3.5 also. What's this one? The gourds.
I'd give it a 3.5. That's because of the smell. If it wasn't because of the smell, I'd probably give it a 4 to a 4.5.
I think this would have been an interesting one for the mystery, trying to figure out the flavor.
Yeah, it would have.
I agree, because I don't think we would have guessed it.
Right. That was my thought for the mystery. I was debating on that one and the one I actually chose.
What's your thoughts on this one, Ron? I think 4 for this one.
Yeah. 4 sounds like a good number on this
I
one.
wish I could give it a 4 because it's really good, but the smell. Ooh, that smell.
I like the color.
I do too. I like how it's not thick. It's just got a rich flavor, robust.
I think the smell of it reminds me of fall.
Yeah.
Like if you walk into
bit, yeah.
like a craft store and you smell all the candles and shit in there or whatever.
It kind of does.
Appropriate for first day of fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decorative gourd. See, it's like I got like 2 cool beers, or maybe even we'll say 3. So like the lemongrass one is kind of summery, and then the watermelon one with the pink flamingo, it's like that summer. Last day of summer here, first day of fall.
Oh yeah, from summer to fall. That's where we went.
Absolutely. And the other one's gonna be great. Oh, I thought you were gonna shit on me.
No.
I mean, it would be cool if you did, but like I wouldn't care.
So, like, after this weekend, talking about going into fall, it is all October, all the way for like the next 3 weeks of weekends of shit have magically planned themselves out for me.
They magically plan themselves out.
Yeah. Zach has got scored a couple passes for myself, himself, his wife, and another buddy. We're going to go to Land of Illusion. Gave me, he'll be handing me over 2 free passes to another haunted thing that, Terror Town, where I did some more of that acting shit at for that clown movie. Basically because his wife's not going to let him go out. And so he's just giving me the passes because he's still getting them, which is cool. The 7th, 8th, 6th, 7th, or 7th, 8th, that weekend is going to be horror drama shits. And there's just crap after crap after crap, like there is every October.
Well.
And I think I do more typically during the Halloween season for socializing than any other time, and I like it.
So when should we start doing our dress-up episodes?
I was thinking next week, because I think next week will be the next week, you know? Which I gotta get costumes. I have like one idea, but I gotta actually get the shit.
I have only one idea also. Should we do like themes every week, or should we just like do whatever? Like maybe like a theme here, that like 1 or 2 themes, and then just do whatever the other times, or...
No, we should do at least 1 or 2 themes.
Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, we could theme every time if you guys wanted to, because I don't have anything else that... Like, I had one idea, but then it was just kind of like, I don't think a lot of people would get it, and it's funny, but not very funny. It'd be an easy costume.
I have one idea too, and it's like a celebrity. So, I don't know.
I don't have any ideas, but I can whip out something.
I thought you said you were doing the queen.
Well,
Queen.
for one of them. For just like
That's
overall,
one
but
idea.
Yeah, I don't have any ideas. But that's, well, just a queen. That's not an idea.
I was like, shut the fuck up already.
So
We ragged on him all weekend.
I spent...
It's been all weekend getting my balls busted, la 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 la, and now I came back for more. I don't know what I was thinking.
Ron's gonna snap.
I love these 2 women. All weekend they were such beautiful, amazing sweethearts.
No. I was an
Such
asshole.
lovely
I don't think we
people.
were too bad to him.
I feel like I was an asshole. I was grumpy part of the weekend.
Oh, I could.
It was actually...
Your grumpy was like in check though, because I was like, I could tell when you're getting grumpy. I was like, oh god, I forgot about her grumpiness. And then I was like, it's not as bad as when we were little, you know.
No,
I was like,
it's
it's
not.
like fucking way good. I was like, this it's not unenjoyable. It's just like, yeah, she's fucking pissed. Who cares? Like, she's not acting bad.
Like,
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Like, all things considered, that was one of the best, like, adult vacation type things with friends I think I've had. As I said, it was the first time in a long time I've been just 100% out of dad mode. It was cool. And, like, I feel like we, like, skirted a lot of needless drama with a lot of things. Because we're cool with each other, and I liked it. You know? When I came back, the only thing I had problems with is we got back at 5 in the fucking morning, and then I did not take that day off.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to function.
I got back.
Dude, I slept till like noon and laid in bed till like 2.
I slept till almost 11.
I got to the house. I got a shower. It was like 5:30, 6 a.m. It's like, fuck, I have to get up for work in like 40 minutes. I will not be able to function. Got my laptop out, sent an email. I will be in at noon.
When I first got home, I felt like I would be able to stay up, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit and just see what happens. And I just passed the fuck out as soon as my head hit the pillow, pretty much.
See, for me, I could have done it probably. It would have been killing myself to stay alive at the end of the day, though. I took that shower, and as soon as I hit that shower, it was like, you're tensing the muscle and everything, just relax and just turn to pudding.
Yeah, I don't really remember going to sleep. I remember, because I was like about to take a nap in your yard. Well, in my car in your yard. I was like, man, I'm fucking tired. But then, like, as soon as you guys got out and we're getting in and out.
Oh, thank God.
I was
Really?
I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, I'm like, I got a burst of energy. I can fucking go home.
That cold air hits you. You're like, yeah.
And I was like, man, I like almost had too much energy on the way home. I was like, hope I can go home and go to sleep. I was like, well, if not, I'll hear the boys get up and I'll be glad to see them. That fuckers didn't even wake me up. I mean, like, I wouldn't really expect them to, but a lot of times Logan, like, there'll be sometimes in the morning I'll set my alarm and then I'll get up, and then sometimes I'm just like, I'll wake up when they wake up. And so I don't set my alarm, and then Logan will walk and he'll stare into my room and it wakes me up. So it's just like, usually I just kind of feel, I'm like, well, that probably happened. No, it didn't fucking happen. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he looked to see if I was in there. It's like...
I went to bed like 25 minutes before Saren's alarm went off. I was like, I should stay up and I should like tell her I'm alive and I'm home. And be like, I missed you, kid. And then I was like, because she's been using the Alexa, I was like, blah, 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 alarm time. And it was like, the alarm's going off in 25 minutes. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes, 25 minutes in the dark.
That's funny.
Half awake. Fuck this. I didn't even hear the fucking thing go off. So, but that was like the only part that sucked. I do feel that we did a good job of what I'll call the crescendo of the I'm in my 20s party pack.
That's funny.
Because we ended it like all good long concert shit you do with a trip to a 24-hour White Castle.
That's the first time I've ever been to White Castle.
Dude, I know.
It's fucking weird.
I told Larry that yesterday, and he's like, what? I can't fucking believe it. And I'm like, well, she grew up in, like, the Greenville area and went to the Greenville area, like, which never had a fucking White Castle ever. And I was like, and she's still maintained life out there. She's north. Everything she does is north. I was like, she has no reason to go anywhere that has a fucking White Castle. And if you just, like, are out and about, you typically just don't be like, oh, I want to go to a White Castle if you've never had it.
Right. I mean, normally if I'm going somewhere, I'm going to like a nicer restaurant than that.
Right.
Like a sit down
Right.
place.
And that's what and then he's like, well, because she's fucking 40 years old. I was like, still, she doesn't live out south. Like,
But I mean, I've been in like Dayton enough times and stuff.
But when you do, it's like if you're going out that way, like you said, you're going to be like going to a sit down restaurant. Or I don't think most people just be like, let's go to a fucking White. They all look like shit. Like,
let's be honest, like, nobody who's fucking sober or awake at, like, lunchtime or regular dinner time, let's say noon or 5 p.m. is going, oh, I know what I want for dinner. Let's just go to White Castle.
Guess where else I haven't been that I should have been by now?
Where?
Skyline Chili.
Hey.
I've never been to Skyline
Wow, that's funny. Do they have any of those in Greenville?
Chili. There's one in Troy.
I'm in it if you want to go sometime. But,
that's funny shit.
Like, White Castle is not a sober person's thing. I mean, fucking the movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It's 2 dudes who get stoned as fuck and drive like 4 hours or some shit and have an adventure while stoned just to get to a White Castle.
See, I spent enough of my teenage years high. I should have been to White Castle at some point.
No,
that would be funny.
White Castle.
I could have, was Harold and Kumar wasn't like during our teenage years, was it?
No.
Because I really
20s,
I really feel like if it was
teens, early 20s.
20s or 30s.
I really, right. I was going to say, I really feel like if it was when we were younger, we probably would have all been like, dude, let's go to White Castle. Let's be funny as fuck. That's always the Taco Bell shit.
I want to say I was like 2004.
Yeah, so mid-20s. That's like right there in that prime time when I was working in Hastings and I was going out partying with everybody after work. And
he didn't judge them then. Or maybe he did. He was just like silently sit back. No, it's cool. I don't do that. Fucking losers. Only losers smoke weed.
Man, it wasn't weed. There was a lot of fucking booze and talking about
Grandpa
that shit.
Ron.
Dude, so like this,
okay, boomer.
So this chick Amanda, she was like the one who had a house because her parents or grandparents, somebody just gave her a fucking house to live in. She was like 22, 23, and decent little house, about pretty similar to what I got now. And like she would just have after work, like every Friday and Saturday and sometimes in the middle of the week, just some fucking get ripped ass ragers, man. Like there'd be people like crashing on the couch.
Ragers.
Dude, people will like get drunk as fuck at her place. Remember like waking up and people like just pissing on her furniture because they couldn't find the bathroom.
Jesus.
Oh, dude, it was some crazy fun times.
Dude, I remember seeing a girl, that just reminded me of a story, when I was like partying at someone's house one time, and I think we were all getting ready to go to sleep or something. Or like this girl was sleeping and she got up to go to the bathroom, and she like bent down, like pulled her pants down, and somebody was sleeping on the couch, and she like bent down over them like she was getting ready to piss on them, and then like I think her husband caught her and was like, wait!
That's awesome.
God. That's funny.
And then we were like jumping on trampoline like really early in the morning after drinking all night.
Why do I feel like this is a story that it should include Missy?
Because I wasn't there.
No.
It should though. Drunk Missy and Ariana jumping on trampolines.
Right.
Well, we were like jumping on the trampoline. I think we were like holding hands maybe and like jumping like this. And like she pissed herself.
What?
And then I jumped up at one point because it was like dark outside, and I like jumped up and I fell off and fell like right on my fucking back.
Oh.
Damn.
Drunk as fuck.
Chi-Chi.
That was Keith's, my ex-boyfriend Keith is his trampoline's name. We named it Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi the Tramp. And I remember being at LJ's talking about we were going to go jump on the tramp to this fucking drunk dude. He's like, dude, really? Like, who is she? Where is she? And he like literally thought we were all going to go fuck this chick. And it was like, no, we're all going to go jump on the trampoline. So, he was a dumb guy.
So.
He was a dumb guy.
He was. Well, it's not that he was dumb because he was a guy. He was a guy, but he was really fucking dumb. I did not. He was there. He was kind of a regular, and I did not like talking to him. So anyway, we're going to do this really cool, mysterious beerious. It's a seltzer, actually, but I saw it, and I'm like... it was the can art, and then I realized it was a seltzer, and I'm like, oh, damn. And I'm like, well, fuck
I feel like it would have been a better spoiler if you wouldn't have been like, it's a seltzer.
Well, I mean, we're all going to see that it's a fucking seltzer. I'd be pissed if it was not seltzer colored. I should have waited. It could have totally been a beer. But no, I got a seltzer because of the can art, and then when I saw it was a seltzer, I almost put it back. And then I couldn't find anything else. That's kind of how small this place was. I was having trouble finding a fourth beer. I literally almost just didn't get any beer there and then headed to Dayton. But I decided, I was like, well, I'm going to fucking try this. Alrighty.
Good ASMR shit
Yeah,
right there.
it was. It was like pretty...
Good pour noises.
Yeah. It reminds me of that water sort game I play.
Reminds me, I gotta piss, so...
It smells really weird.
Ooh, it does smell weird. I like it. I like the weird smell.
It's got a... It's almost grapefruity.
I like the smell of it. I don't know
Because
why.
see, it's really funny because like it really doesn't say what flavor it is, and I don't know what like I get it what it is, but I don't know what the actual flavor is. So
It's kind of mixed miscellaneous berry flavor.
that's what it kind of is to me.
It'd be like a hint of grape in there.
I don't know. It tastes like citrusy.
So, do we want to like drink more, or do we want to find out?
Let's find out.
It's the Chupacabra Trick or Treat hard seltzer. So, these are weird. I don't know.
Okay, I think I've had this then.
I don't know. It's like the Trick or Treat ones. So, this is Grayscale Brewing, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, I've had this. So, towards the end of their season, I went to Kings Island with Zach a while back, and we were like he liked to do. He brought a pack of things for us to try. There's a trick or treat pack with 4 different cans in it. This was one of them. There was like a jalapeno pepper one and some other stuff.
And it's like either you're not supposed to know what it is because it's like it says 1995 Puerto Rico, a sheep found dead, completely drained of blood, Chupacabra. And there's no flavor description of what it is.
Candy corn.
Is that what it is?
I remember him talking about it. There was 4 flavors they had. Two of them were supposed to be good. 2 of them were supposed to fuck with you flavors. This is I think this was the candy corn flavor.
It doesn't taste like
no,
candy
it
corn
doesn't.
at all, though.
Where's my phone go? I gotta look that up because I think it's bullshit.
It doesn't taste bad, but
It's
tastes
good
like it tastes fruity.
Right.
Candy corn tastes more like
I don't think a sucker flavor. I don't know, but it was
candy corn's
supposed to
not
be
fruity. Candy
basically
corn's like mapley type of something. I don't know. Candy corn is actually. What is candy corn flavor supposed to taste like?
cornstarch.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Mad tasty sparkling water. Wet Claw, you fuckers. Chupacabra. Lime mint. I don't know what that is. Try our hardest.
Lime mint. Okay.
Toothpaste or chocolate. This Halloween mystery flavor seltzer offers tricks and treats.
Toothpaste. Okay.
Well, I think this is a different brand. Oh, nope, it's the brand. It's the 2022 edition Cryptids. So I feel like there's 6 different cans.
6.
Okay, so this is Urban Artifact. Is that Urban Artifact? So it says will launch its Trick or Treat hard seltzer on August 15th. 6-pack of seltzers featuring 2 trick flavors and 4 treats.
Maybe this is the one that didn't have them.
Candy corn is like buttery vanilla flavored.
Yeah. Doesn't say which one they are. So
I really like the color of it.
right.
It's like a peach color.
The flavor's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think the one before I had with Zach, the one I didn't like was the jalapeno flavor. Because it wasn't...
That wouldn't be good as a seltzer.
It was just hot.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, we've had jalapeno beer before, but it was just hot. It didn't have a peppery taste. It was just hot.
Okay, it's on Untapped. That's where I'm trying to find it. Chupacabra. Orange color. I mean, from the pack, it's the best one with only one left to go. Good color. Definitely my favorite of the pack.
Well, while you're Googling that, feel free to talk about me and all the things I did wrong in Chicago, for I'm going to be...
No problem.
Ron farted. That old man
Your ass
farted.
crack, dude.
Yeah.
Did not fart that time. That was actually the couch creaking.
No, I meant you farted at the hotel
Yeah, that was cool.
while you were taking a piss.
Oh yeah, that was
Yes.
huge.
That's called an old man backfire.
Yes. Farting as you're pissing. His ass crack was hanging out at the table today, and that's why I took a picture.
I know. I was like, "What are you doing?" Because I thought you were taking a picture of like me cooking or something.
No,
at
it
first.
was totally him and his
And
ass
then you
crack.
like the way you pointed. I was like,
Yeah.
"I got it. I got it."
Hell yeah.
So I've been like thinking about getting a massage,
I was thinking about doing that
and I'm
shit.
like, do they give happy endings to women?
You know, it'd be really funny if you went to a place that you have heard that yes, they do offer happy endings, and it's the stereotypical Asian woman, you know, would be like happy ending.
Place.
You know, like you're giving them an extra couple 20s, like happy ending. You know, like I wonder if they ever have women actually ask for them, and do they do them? They'd be like, all right, right here.
And it was funny because I was thinking that today, and then I was listening to some podcast, and she was talking about getting a massage, and she was talking about, like, they asked her if she wanted her breasts and stomach massaged or something.
Well, shit, yeah, I do.
And she's like, I didn't want my stomach massaged because it's weird, but she's like, I went for the breast massage, and she said it was fucking amazing.
That's funny.
And I'm like, now I kind of want this to happen.
I'd be like, I would get the stomach massage because I swear it would probably make me fart a lot. And
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like, it would get things moving along.
That's right. I'd be like, oh, can we stop the massage real quick? I have got to take a dump.
But she said your boobs, it's like the muscle, like they get into like the muscle
I
tissue,
bet,
like
yeah.
in your breast area. And
I heard I've got to take a dump and I need a massage. What did I miss?
It's got no context, and this is awesome. We can make up anything.
Make it creative.
I've got to take a dump and I need a massage. We're trying to get our anal glands massaged.
I mean, if you need that medical treatment, I understand. I won't judge. It's okay. It's a medical condition. Called I can't poop.
Do they give happy endings to women when they get a massage, Ron?
I mean, if they're a really good massage place, yes. The question is, will the woman want the happy ending? And is it just going to end up like the pornos where it's just the dude boning her and he gets off and is done with it?
What if it's a chick doing it?
Right, that's what I would do. I'd be like, I said it would
He's
have
like,
to be
wait.
the stereotype.
I got to think about this
The
real
stereotypical-
hard.
Well, so, I
So-
mean, I would assume if it's like a regular customer and the two chicks get comfortable with each other, but just
Why can't she just, I mean, if she's just going to do it to some random dude, why can't she just give a happy ending to some random chick?
Would you want some random chick to just start touching your JJ and get you off?
I wouldn't want some random dude to do it to me, and if I was a dude, I probably would think, you know, similar things about, like, fuck, like that, you know, like, why is it any different?
Okay. Well, that's why.
Hi, kitty, I love him.
If it didn't show up on the microphone, when I said the cat went meow right in the background.
So
as far as a chick just doing the you're going to have to... Exactly. The pussy's going to have to want it. It's going to have to want it bad.
Hi, kitty baby.
Have you ever gotten a happy ending, Ron?
No. Like from a professional massage?
Mm-hmm.
No. I've never got a professional massage.
Oh.
Have you ever had Frances dress up in a kimono and put her hair in a bun and then, like, you know, just go... And then give you a massage and then give you a happy ending?
No.
Make her role play, pretend she's like a fucking Asian girl working at a massage parlor?
No, but now I know your kink.
That's not my kink. My just thought is
You put a lot of thought into
I could picture you doing
You
that.
put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah, because he's really into like the Japanese markets and stuff like that.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Right, the fucking I'm a nerd that's obsessed with like fucking Japan because
anime
and Transformers that originated in Japan too. I fucking love the Japan shit, and that's where I was going with that. Is exactly what I could see.
I mean, I might have jerked off to it, but I've never had anybody dress up, okay?
So now he will.
He's like,
I'm going to get you a kimono.
Good idea.
So next week's theme episode is going to be, I'm going to dress as a sumo wrestler, and they're going to dress as the Japanese, like, masseuses, and the whole episode's just going to be them massaging me.
I want to be the sumo wrestler.
Ariana's looking for the happy ending.
Dude, have you ever seen, like, those sumo wrestler suits?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where
my
they're, like,
friend wore one to work one
The
time for
inflatable
Halloween.
ones?
That's awesome.
like the inflatable ones
Yeah.
that, like, they could actually do sumo with?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like...
I wonder if I can find that picture. It was on her Facebook, and she is not on Facebook anymore.
I can't find
just
one
try
that
to
gives
shove each
away
other
the
out.
fucking flavors. It talks about like blue raspberry, chocolate, toothpaste, and well, there's like a jalapeno one, and so there's supposed to be like two Dick.
Blue raspberry, chocolate, toothpaste.
There's supposed to be 2 tricks and 4 treats.
I think this is probably blue raspberry.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of wondering.
That's what it would be closest to me.
Yeah, I already drank mine, so but that seems like a good flavor. That when I think
It's very acidic.
when I think blue raspberry, you usually think like icy slushies. They have a very strong blue raspberry flavor. Those are very subtle blue raspberry.
Could it be toothpaste though? Because
I was
it
thinking
has like
a little bit
slightly
of
minty smell to it. Now that you
I was
say
kind
that.
of wondering because I took a sip of it and I was like, ooh, I don't know.
It tastes good,
But it does. There's some. I mean,
smells
it's
minty though. You might be right.
I just like how we all got quiet and there's literally a cricket chirping in the background.
Let's see. What are the flavors of Urban Artifact Trick or Treat?
Oh, you very strong American. Oh, you very strong American, Missy. You have strong American penis. Let me give you happy ending. Oh, happy ending. Oh, happy ending. Oh. When you said happy ending, like there was a Robot Chicken episode where a guy got a massage and this Japanese chick was like, "Oh, you want happy ending?" The guy was like, "I'm a married man. I'm very happy with my wife." She's like, "No, you'll get happy ending. Happy ending." And like the guy, you know, it's Robot Chicken, so it's stop motion, like action figures. But he's like running around, getting himself all fucked up, like running away from this chick, trying to give him happy ending. And she was like, basically he like fell down and was half dead at the end. She's like, "Oh, with every massage you'll get free egg roll. Happy ending."
That's funny.
I think I've seen that one.
So, and that's what my brain jumped to when you're like, happy ending.
See, this says like red hot cinnamon to grass clippings, mouthwash.
I bet that's mouthwash.
Well, it's not grass clippings.
I feel like grass clippings would have tasted more like the lemongrass.
Yeah. But it's not telling you which ones they are. Like, there's YouTube videos where these people are trying them, but I don't know. Well, that one's like a fucking hour long. That one's 10 minutes long. 12 pack. Those are... That was 2018. Fuck that shit. I hear ya, I feel ya. See, this is on artifactbeer.com. No wet willies. Dude, I would punch you right in the dick. I'm trying to find the, that little precious little pretty kitty.
You're trying to find the meow. Trying to find that pussy.
But it's not telling you what they are.
Oh, it's probably people just trying to be dicks to not spoil
Well,
it.
it's even like Urban Artifact is not telling you what they are. I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere. Like, I probably would have been able to find spicy pickle. Oh, she's taking a picture of herself on the toilet. That's great. I was thinking that I wanted to start doing that. Every time I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going to, like, if I have to fart and I'm on the toilet, I'm going to, like, take a picture of take a video of myself farting and just send it to the group chat. It's going to be great.
Well, now I have something for the spec bag. Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
We're saving it, man.
It's
a little upsetting that I can't find any of the fucking flavors.
I mean, I could call Zach if we really want to go that route. But the problem is he's going to want to, like, ramble forever about lots of other
Send him a
things.
text. I'll send him a text. Fuck it, I got his number.
He was sitting there telling me this morning about all sorts of shit by text, and it was, like, long Zach texts. And they were good. Good things are happening for the man, so I won't complain. Spank bag material, baby.
Dude, that's so... It's funny because I told Ron that I was thinking about, like, every time I'm on the toilet and I have to fart, I want to make, of me farting. Every time I'm just going to send it to the group chat.
So, speaking of that, like, Zach, for every morning for a long time, was sending me early morning bathroom shits at work. Selfies.
That's what Larry does. Larry does that to his friends. He's, like, blowing a kissy face, and, like, they always get pissed off at him.
Nice. I like it.
Shall we start doing that to our group chat?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna do farts. Is what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna go.
That's great. I'm gonna do farts. Is what I'm gonna do.
It's Missy's thing. It's farts.
Hmm.
Hey, Sam. Sam the man.
So what are we looking up? Oh, we're texting Zach.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What have we learned today?
is that what we're doing?
I mean,
No.
it's about that time.
Dude, Ron, quit being a bitch. You fucking square, lame boomer.
Boomer. I was gonna talk about the thing I sent you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm in this thing on Facebook. It's like pics or it never happened, and they just put like random like weird shit in there.
That's right. I forgot what that was.
So I ran across one that's Keys annual squirt off, cash prizes, first, second, and third place winners. Judging panel: John D. Great, Fresh Prince J, Young VIP, Still Pretty X. To be honest. Categories include volume, distance, taste, and style. Please drink only water a week leading up to the event. Laundry services available. So I never did Google this to see if it's an actual real thing.
Right.
But I'm wondering, okay, so...
I like it that laundry services are available. That's funny to me.
Well, the thing that gets me is taste.
Yes, I know.
And I'm like, how does this happen? Okay, so like, they squirt.
They have them squirt off.
And it says like volume, distance. And I'm like, so are they like just squirting onto a table and they like dip their finger in it? Do they taste it like straight out the vagina? Or well, like they need to know the volume. So like it has to like be somewhere to where they can measure the volume, I would think, and like the distance and stuff. So, and plus, isn't it just pee for the most part?
You know, there's a thing where this dude that I worked with, he was always like, it's just pee, it's pee, it's pee. And
I think it's a mixture.
So it does not come from the bladder, but for whatever reason, it does have pee in it.
So like the dude body cannot physically, if things are working like they're supposed to, is not physically supposed to be able to produce urine and like, you know, get a hard on at the same time. We're
not talking about guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But chicks, I don't know if there's like any mechanism in there to prevent, you know,
a mechanism
pee from you know urine and like, you know.
No, it's mixed. I've like listened to enough Dr. Drew where he's talked about this to where it's like there's definitely pee in it.
Yeah.
Too, but what I'm wondering. So, what was there like 5 judges? You're just tasting a random woman's squirt, pee squirt. I mean, but then I'm like, well, people hook up all the time, you know. Right. So I mean, is that like
those people signed up for the job? They didn't just be like, all right, you have no choice, you have to judge this shit. They're like, oh man,
what kind of person does it take to sign up for something like that?
Someone who's not concerned about like STDs and shit.
There's a lot of people that would.
Because I feel like that's gross.
I do feel so too.
Well, like, you know, are they going to do it like, are they just going to go, yep? Or are they going to do like, you know, fine wine where they're just like...
See, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what do? They like dip their fucking finger in it? They like lick it off the table? They like get a straw out? Or like, how do they even sample this?
You get somebody, it's like a wine glass, you swirl it around, get the air in, and you go... You seen like wine tasting videos and shit, right?
And I want to know the style. What style means too.
So
like bent over, you know, with ass in the air, or like the happy baby pose, like style.
So I think like
heavy
position, or
the stream, or like.
So my brain's going back to like the
length or height, like.
My brain's going back to like the wine tasting. So Ariana, your secretions are more like fine Cabernet, where Missy, you're more like a white wine. And you know, or like, yours is more like a dark nutty ale. Yours is more like a pale ale.
Dark nutty ale.
This tastes like straight up piss.
Ha ha! That's how I got the volume. I want volume.
So.
I got distance.
So like, okay, yeah. So you have like tasters. are they like professional tasters? You know, it's like
right.
I know what lots of pussy tastes like. So
There we go.
It's a treat. Like orange lime.
Yeah. So orange line out of the chupacabra. Zach was looking it up on.
Maybe.
Zach looked it up on Untapped.
So anyway, it's just like guys that just have tasted a ton of puss and they
Right.
can judge it better than anybody else. Kind of, you know, like a pussy connoisseur.
Right, but this is what I also think. It's like maybe they should have somebody who's never really tasted it. That way they can just be like, this tastes like straight up shit.
He's like a control.
Right.
So, like, are we talking...
Right, or it's like fucking good. Like,
so are we talking like somebody that's never had sex like a virgin? Or like...
Oh, they can have all the sex they want, just never fucking ate a vagina. Never tasted vagina.
Man, how much sex is he going to have if they're not willing to taste vagina?
I don't know. Oh, there's some guys out there. But then I guess they wouldn't be willing to be the judge in the fucking squirt tasting contest.
So what are we rating this, by the way?
People are like... They said they believe it's a fucking treat, but I don't think it's a treat.
It does not taste like the tricks.
I think a trick would be really nasty. This isn't really nasty.
I don't like seltzer. It's a decent seltzer, so I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I could give it a 3.5.
I think 3.5 also. So yeah, I don't know. I was just really curious about what kind of person is judging a squirt contest.
I am.
Well, I'm going to look up some squirt contests that need some judges, and I'm going to sign you up.
Well, I'll sign you up, Ron. I don't want to judge a squirting contest. I'm just curious about.
You don't want to judge a squirt contest, so you want to be in one?
No. I don't want any part of it. I'm just curious about how this works. I need to know the details of the inner workings of squirting contests.
Guys that are not afraid of chlamydia is going to be high on my list of inner workings of that.
Like there's a certain kind of personality type that goes in there or something.
Yeah. Picturing some MTV's Jackass level kind of guys that have, very little
Some of those guys are really smart. They just don't act like it on TV.
Well,
yeah.
The characters the characters they're trying to personify, but not who they actually are. You know what I'm saying? Because all those guys are playing like characters and shit. They're not. I doubt they're actually like
Steve
that.
O is actually a pretty smart guy.
Dude, he is.
Yeah, but who they're trying to be like. This is who I am, man.
Well, so I googled squirt contest tasters, and the first thing that comes up was Pornhub, and it says tasting squirt porn videos, and then it was team tasting squirt porn videos, and then free featured tasting her squirt porn videos. Ex hamster. I just find that to be the funniest. Why is it ex hamster?
I feel like
because
it probably wouldn't be that hard to find somebody to judge a squirting contest.
Right. Free featured pussy tasting contest.
I'm just thinking
top squirt tasting, cum tasting competition search, quick cock suck and quick squirting competition. 51 seconds. 4 couples in a swinger competition.
Finding someone
blindfold
to judge that.
Tasting game.
Finding someone to judge that would basically be like the guys who are regulars at the titty bar. You know?
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Gross.
They're not gonna be the hot guys by any means, but
well, maybe. I've known some hot guys that are gross too.
But that regularly hit up the titty bar?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's the question. I remember back in the day when I worked at Neaton, there was this one guy, he's passed on now, by the name of Donnie Ritchie, and he had no wife, no kids, and he was at the fucking titty bar every other night at least. For my 21st birthday, it was him, my buddy Rob, Devin, and one other dude. We all went to Cheeks for my 21st birthday. It's the only time I've ever been to a titty bar. And I was like, I'm 21, I'm able to get to a strip club, we'll fucking do this. Yeah. And then I just realized I had some massive blue balls. I just wound up going home and jerking off because after I went to the titty bar, I was definitely full flag flying, but...
I've been to a couple of them.
Right, that's what I was
the ex was...
been to one? You are a fucking square.
Dude, April's like, you know what, you're just going to be thinking about those other bitches. I'm not going to fuck you. And I just had to jerk off. I'm like, well, I could get the same thing in internet porn. Well, shit.
That would be really funny. You're just going to be thinking about those other bitches. I'm not going to fuck you. And then you'd be like, dude, I watch internet porn all the time. Who do you think I'm thinking about every other time I fuck you?
I was like 21 and I was all in love and stupid as fuck.
Fun times.
So, what did we learn today?
That you're emotionally crippled.
That you're a spoon.
I've gotten better on all those
That's why I was
aspects.
only 21 and in love.
I've gotten better.
Hey, I was that guy too.
I think I've gotten better since then. I hope I've gotten better.
It's like you were knocking it. Like, nope, sorry, I can't be in love now. I'm only with Francis because, well, I'm not in love.
There's in love, and then there's too stupid in love to notice any flaws whatsoever.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I
fair.
think you grow out of that.
Yeah. There's in love, and there's in love, and
There's
yes, I love you.
rose-tinted glasses and in love.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, you're a total square. That judges anybody that likes to get fucked up. You like to get fucked up. Ron's gonna judge you for it. Ron can get fucked up all he wants, so I'm a fucking good ass guy. I'd still go to work and fucking do this and do
And I
this.
put on pants every day.
But if you get fucked up, oh hell, you're slum. You're probably homeless, joint smoker.
You're probably homeless and Asian.
There's fucking whole slew of Asian doctors that are just homeless roaming around Chicago waiting until their next shift so they get high on the job.
That sounds like fun.
See, Ron will get high on the job. I love getting high on the job. It's cool. But if you do it, you're a fucking loser.
Dude, I got fucking drunk as shit all the time at Honda on the job. When they were under tech systems and the old manager was buying that shit. Oh man, those were fucking good days.
And I bet he looked like he was homeless when he was there drinking with the boss.
I mean, they told us not to wear the uniforms, and so I just grabbed what I had, so probably.
Oh yeah.
When
So-
did you cut all your hair off, Ronald?
Shit.
Was it before Honda?
Very much so.
Oh, okay.
It was around the time that Plane Trade closed. So probably 10, 12 years ago. Basically when I realized that, like, the skullet look was not going to get me a good job.
See, that's what I was wondering, if you had your skull at Honda and you were like being all fucked up and homeless.
I actually did for a while. I grew it back out for a little bit. It was just starting to get long enough to have a ponytail.
I don't remember it getting that long.
I think
ever.
you should do it again.
And it was before I dumped April, but it was getting just long enough I could start to do a little bit of a ponytail, and pretty much decided that it was more hassle than it was worth. I had a couple people tell me I just looked like shit and I looked like I was a child molester. There was actually... No, seriously. There was like...
No, seriously. They totally told me I looked like a child molester. They like pulled up some pictures. They were on the sex offender website. Like, dude, that dude looks just like you.
Dan and Nikki definitely said that.
This is good friends of his, too.
They are.
Look like a child That is a good friend, though. A good friend would tell you fucking...
True.
Cut that
You
shit
look
off,
like
you look like a child
shit in
molester.
Yeah.
A bad friend would be like, man, it looks like a child molester. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah,
See,
a bad friend would not say a word. A good friend would be like, you look stupid.
A bad friend would be like, let's just see if he gets cuffed someday because he looks like a child molester.
That, like, if I let my hair grow out now, particularly with this section here, I'm going to wind up looking like an old hippie, and I don't smoke any weed.
I think you should go for
I would like to
smoking weed.
I would like, yeah, you'd be much less of a square. I would love to see him grow it out long enough that he could like brush it up like this.
Dude, right? And like get the mohawk.
Well, I
Like
would
the comb-
right.
the
I was
comb
talking
lock.
about
We were talking about that shit
I
over
forgot
the
about
weekend.
that. Say he needs to be an old punk with the comac. But what I was thinking was he could do a ponytail up here on top of his head, and he'd be like looking like a Teletubby or
That'd be
something.
cool. Like you could even do like multiple ponytails, like all the way back.
Right. That'd be good.
Anyway, so
He'd
we've learned the
fucking
thing.
braid some weird braids and shit sticking out of it, and he'd be like, Coolio.
Fucking Coolio was there too at the show.
That was a good show. I liked Coolio.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
Kind of out of place.
Right, but
But it was funny because it was like a bunch of punk rock people, but everybody knew him.
right,
Everybody's
yeah.
like, yeah, Coolio.
It's just like, oh shit, it's a party now. We got Coolio up in here.
And it was really cool. And like, you know, whenever he would announce a song, it was like he would give like a little hint of what it was, and I'd be like, yeah, it's gonna be this song. And it was good.
I forgot to talk about my dick cup.
Well, I guess we're gonna talk about the dick cup real quick.
Well, so I had my friend gave me a dick cup to take with me, and she's like, just to shock your friends. And I'm like, don't know if I'm going to carry this around. I know, right? I was like, I don't know if I'm going to carry this around. And then I wound up carrying it around, and I went to the water station to fill it up. And, like, as I was walking out, there was a dude sitting there. And he's like, man, I had to look down and make sure I wasn't missing mine.
Complete context. It was like a big, shaped just like a dick. It was like big and black.
12 inches of water.
Where is it?
And it
Where's
had
your house? Where is it?
It had she's gonna go get it. But it was just like this big black huge cock. And then so the guy that was sitting in the chair said, man, I had to look down and make sure mine wasn't gone. Was a black guy. I'm sure he was making that exact reference because of the way it looked.
And the only people that laughed at it were black people.
They loved it. They asked the guys, like the black guys.
So the last day we were there, I had it in my bag, and she searched my bag, which they hadn't done yet. Like, they didn't search our bag either 2 days.
Then give shit till the last day.
But yeah, on that day, they searched my bag, and she pulls this out, and she's like, ah! And she's like, check this out! And then, when I was walking, like, when I went to get water again, there was, like, 2 ladies standing there, and I'm, like, carrying it, and she starts laughing. I was like, 12 inches of water, man. And she just, like, fucking lost it.
Well,
12 inches of water, 12 inches of moist.
It's called the Dickie Chug Sports Bottle. It was only $10, and it's a 20-ouncer.
Mm-hmm. And it's awesome because, like, all the veins in it give it good grip.
Yeah, so it doesn't slip out of your hand.
Yeah, I'm just, like, walking around carrying it like this, and it was badass. It was comfortable. It's, like, ergonomic, man. It's like an ergonomic dick cup.
For all of your moistening needs.
Yes, absolutely. Love it.
All right, so are we happy now? We have more.
Yeah, we're happy now. Absolutely happy.
So, I remember what else we learned today. Chicago's for shitbags?
Yeah, Chicago's for shitbags.
So...
Yeah.
The
StrobingButtPlug.com. Like, subscribe, share.
Ass titties.